Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. New products from Kizer. Actually, you guys mentioned this in the most recent Kizer unboxing. You said there's other stuff. Why didn't they send that to you? I think perhaps they sent it in two different boxes, but it's here now. So thanks so much to Kizer for sending in some new releases for me to share with everybody. These should be available. I will link them right down in the description. It absolutely does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's start off here with, let's start with this one. This is almost certainly, we clearly have a mix of folding knives and fixed blades here, or at least one for sure folding knife. The first one here is called the Harpoon, D2 and micarta handle. So almost certainly a budget fixed blade, which is great. You know, we definitely can't have too many of those. Okay, all right. It's just a simple fixed blade with a Harpoon notch there, kind of like that. Who's the designer? Does it actually say? Maverick Customs. Okay, cool. Actually, plenty of room on the handle. I thought the handle was going to be a little bit too small, but no. Actually, it feels great. I like this little notch here, like the choke up spot. Feels really good. Probably going to be a sheath. Yeah, there's going to be a sheath, and then we've got some straps and things in there. But sheath right here. Let you take a look. Don't mind the micarta on this. And then the black. Wow, that is almost textured. So the dead skin coming off of my fingers there. That's odd. Usually Kizer's coatings are almost like paint. So I wonder if they're doing something a little bit more durable. Something similar to, not quite, not quite Essie. Doesn't quite feel that. But it's definitely a little more gritty. Almost like, whatever the coating is has little, bits of media or whatever in it. But I would be interested to know exactly what that is. Does it say on the outside of the box exactly what it is? No, it doesn't. Maverick Customs. Cool. Okay, so that one will be linked down there. I'm going to guess that probably costs about $40, $50, something like that. Let's check out this other large box here. This one is called, it's the fixed drop bear, almost certainly. Not going to be a drop bear, not going to be a typical size drop bear in a box like this unless it's XL. No, it's going to be the fixed drop bear. Actually, probably going to make for a really nice little EDC fixed blade. Yeah, I do like that. That's cool. Geez, it just for my hands, just wish it was slightly larger, but that is a really good size. I've got a thing about fixed blades, and I typically will not carry them. There it goes. Won't carry them unless I can put, like I would remove this and put the entire sheathed knife in my pocket. But this is the size of fixed blade that I like to carry. I got that preference from the Azula 2. The Essie Azula 2, to bring them up again, is one of my favorite EDC fixed blades ever. Not that I have an enormous amount of experience with it. Oh, what is this? Does this have tweezers? You guys would have never let me forget about that if I had missed this. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So this is like a toothpick, or I don't know what the heck the second deal is here, but we've got tweezers and then a little pick thing of some sort. How did those go in there? Was it literally just like this, and you mashed all three? Oh no, it's one side. One side is the tweezers, and then the other side is what I assume is like some kind of toothpick or whatever. Does this go like all the way down and this just goes on top of it? Okay. All right. Yeah, that does work. So I don't know, whatever the heck that other thing is. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure it's something like incredibly obvious, and I'm just brain farting hardcore like I usually do. But having tweezers on your knife, definitely. I mean, fixed blade, sort of heavier use or outdoor EDC, probably working around wood, probably work around something that would get you a splinter for sure. So having those in there, and actually the retention is pretty good. You really have to work at it. I mean, you guys saw, I had to work at it quite a bit just to get that out of there. This one actually is so in there. I wonder if this is the tool that you use to get this out. But yeah, it's so far in there. I think I would prefer to put this one down first and then the tweezers on top of it. There we go. But yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Oh, and they send you, look at that. They send you an extra one in case you lose it. It's awesome. Awesome. Kizer, nice work. Love that. Extra hardware, extra pieces is always greatly appreciated by people who buy knives. And this last one, the Parakeet, this specifically was the one that you guys were like, I can't believe they didn't send you the Parakeet. I don't know a lot about it. Johan or Joe, it's probably Johan, Jordan or Jordan. Nitro V blade, PEI handle, that's like your off-brand Ultim, as far as I remember. And it's a button lock, okay? Parakeet. You guys seem to like this one, or you guys seem to have a high opinion about it. It's a little opening hole here and a button lock. Not really anything incredibly special going on. This material over the top of black always just looks a little bit odd to me. What do we have going on the inside here? Is this just like a giant milling line for weight reduction? So with this being an I guess pinch opening it, it's not bad. Button locks, I mean, you know, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with the button lock. It's just like everything is coming out with button locks. It's been that way for a few years. Opening it, sort of like rolling it out, is you kind of dig at it a little bit here because there probably should have been a little bit more access cut for that hole. Same with the reverse flick. Probably a little more access on this side. I kind of just want the entire knife to be slightly bigger as well, but it's okay. There's nothing bad happening here. Nice short little clip, pretty tight actually. Mounting positions for left or right-handed carry, so that's good. I would hope that this knife comes in multiple configurations. There's nothing wrong with it. I like Ultim or this PEI material when it's polished and when it's over the top of, you know, like a satin liner or like just a, you know, polished steel liner or something like that. Because the black underneath just makes it look very aged, right? I mean, everybody likes to say it looks like dehydrated pee. Yeah, I guess. But it also, I don't know, it kind of looks like I think the more accurate statement is it looks like an aged, like, screwdriver from your grandpa's tool set with that yellow, you know, that material, whatever that was housing the steel part of the screwdriver. Not bad. Honestly, both of the fixed blades are pretty cool. I actually really like this. I've never seen a fixed blade with tweezers added into the back of it. I think that's a really good idea. D2 don't have a problem with it as long as they're charging, you know, hopefully right around $40 for that. I don't think that's bad at all. Don't really have a problem with any of it. I'm not sure that there's much to say here with any of these, so I'm not sure that I'll do any full-length comprehensive reviews. I think this is all pretty straightforward stuff. Not anything here that anybody would need, like you guys, there's probably not any additional information that anybody would need, you know, from a review. You guys probably can gather everything you need to gather from this video here and the links in the description. So that's what I'll do. And these will probably all end up being giveaway items on a future live stream. But I do appreciate Kizer sending all this stuff in. This right here, I think, is probably the best of the bunch. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.